Just to go on these one up.
Every time I really.
Well, was Houston?
I was sitting here. I think I was grinding moves, or I may have been grinding. You still on Ribbon. And I spent like 20 minutes.
I didn't put a tip of that. I didn't grab that other tip of that. Put it over there.
Stop.
I'll do it.
I started to cry laughing again. I was like, are you okay?
I was rewinding it.
Where's he going to? Ask him where he's going to.
Oh, I love it when something like that just cracks you up repeatedly.
I know.
It's so good.
Hey, thank you, Squid.
Wherefore?
It's when it gets to the point you can't breathe. That's when you know that it's hit the spot.
Top tier, you.
They don't come out. Where are they going?
The amount of rituals I performed during my whitetail grind. Maybe that's why I'm not getting great ones. Are there rituals I need to be taking part in?
You're meant to sacrifice like a lamb every few hundred kills.
Oh.
That's why we don't get them.
Sacrifice a lamb. This is like Dee Dee's, the videos he's done where he
what's
talks about,
doing?
like, getting great ones through secret
going
formulas and
somewhere.
stuff. Which, I think he's just trying to not say a specific formula. But still.
We'll take...
I'm 20,000 kills and 20 million sacrifices in my first
Okay, I can go over there in the flat zone.
That was really,
I'm gonna...
brave.
Where is that?
It was funny.
Brown Yeti says in the super chat, and thank you. Patch notes say shotgun animations were improved and cinnamon teal models got fixed. Have you heard anything about that?
Cinnamon teal models got fixed? How were they broken?
I was gonna say.
Now I need to go shoot a cinnamon teal and see if it I'm not
y'all ain't seen nothing. I'm gonna talk about that. We're just not gonna talk about it.
I wanna know why they're broken. Do you know who might know? Graves. He was shooting a lot of cinnamon teal.
He was in here before, he might know.
How are they broken, my dude?
Tell.
Do tell.
I'm kind of listening. How was it broken? Cinnamon teal or whatever.
That would be a really weird bug.
I've been seeing some kind of goofiness with other stuff here. Like, I spotted a sandbar on stream that when... How did it work? If I zoomed the binoculars out or something, his antlers weren't connected to his head, just on the outline. I think the actual model was fine.
Yeah, like, I don't know if yours is the same as mine, but sometimes I'll have like a deer run past, and its antlers look like they glitch off of its head for a second, and then they glitch back on.
Yep, and I've also had it the distance their legs aren't moving. They just like skid along.
I've not had that with deer, but I have had a weird thing with FOP. I had it in the early access, and I did report it as a bug, that they would like, I don't know how to say it, so they have like the different stages of animation, like the running and then like the trotting, right?
Yeah.
And it would like, you have like a trotting fox, and then all of a sudden it would be like someone played the animation like fast forward 12 times.
Oh, I saw that too.
And it was really weird, like they just zoop all of a sudden.
I can't remember if it was when I was streaming with you and KC, or like I really brushed by it. Not because I was like, oh, bug, don't show that, but because something else was going on. But I do remember a fox just going like Mach 12 past me.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why that happens.
Fox are indeed tweaking.
No, they're not. It's not there.
I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, what the heck is that?
I'm gonna go back up to
Sonic the
the lake where I
Hedgehog.
missed the bucket.
How do you get early access on maps? Well, Mel was talking about sacrificing lambs earlier. So after you do that, you have to be an official content creator for Expansive Worlds, and there are the requirements in their Discord if you want to check that out. I think it's... Do the non-partner people get early access? I actually don't know.
No, only partners that get access, I believe.
I think you're right. So it would be, what, 5,000 subs on YouTube and something else?
5,000 subs, a certain amount of hours of content, or watch hours or something like that, yeah. which I think by the time you've got 5,000 subs, it comes along with it, I think.
Yeah, unless it's like... I think the only way you'd get to 5,000 subs without having the watch hours would be some sort of, like, mass, maybe TikTok or something, promote YouTube and get a bunch of subs.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Bruh.
I'm very confused right now. Because I had a fallow that just died on the shore over here. And I don't see it, so I think it started floating. But unless it's floated at, again, at Mach 12 to where I shot it, it can't have. But I don't see it anywhere. I don't know if it's glitched or something, because I had a moose do this on Medved, where there was blood, and then, oh no, there it is. Oh, it's right on the edge of the water. Like, I can just see its body sticking up. Yeah. That's weird. It should be, like, it's so far in the water that it should be floating.
Maybe it's just shallow there for some reason?
Maybe. I couldn't see it because of, like, how close it is.
Shut up, Moose.
Gotta be decently deep.
At least if it...
I mean, you can barely see it sticking out of the water.
I'm surprised Rooster didn't get it. I don't know when he passed 5,000 subs, because he's way beyond it, right? Isn't he 20 or so?
No idea.
Whatever the case may be. It seems they have, like, almost acceptance periods. Like, they don't, as soon as a creator hits 5,000 subs, they don't accept them. It seems like every 6 months or so, they go through and accept a bunch more.
Like, yeah.
Mel would know.
That do feel like a thing. Because I had to wait. I replied, like, I want to say, like, 8 months or something ridiculous before mine got looked at.
And you had already met the requirements, right?
I met the requirements. I met the requirements for affiliate. And then
That's right, yeah.
ended
What
up meeting
the?
requirements for partner before I got accepted, I believe. Or I was nearly at the requirements for partner.
I think that's how it was.
Yeah. And then I got accepted. And then I made partner quite quickly. Yeah, that's it. Then I got partner just before Rev. Clutch.
Yeah, that worked out well.
It did. It really did. Because Rev is still... my two favourite maps in the game are now Emerald Coast and Rev. So...
I'm gonna say 8.
And yet so different. It works out so well.
The thing I like about them is because I like to multi-platform, like, I do that quite a lot.
I don't think I got good shots of
You
that
don't
time.
always get the drink time for the animal or species or whatever that you're looking for, right?
Yep.
So I can go on Emerald Coast.
I'm gonna go
And
back
it's
there
first thing in the morning, okay?
and check.
Drinking that I'm interested in, I'm just gonna go and run around and see what I can find.
And you're still gonna
run
find
the
a bunch of
coast.
stuff.
Yeah, I can run along the coast for the crocs and the bantang.
I don't know
and
how
look for
you could buy so much good
look
in.
for the deer species. There's so much going on that map, and that's like Rev. Like, I don't care normally.
Now
when
you
I'm
like
in a
flex or
Rev
something.
server
I
what
was
time it
using it
is.
to
I
do it
just,
earlier, I think.
you know, oh, okay, this spot's not been
Yeah,
checked. I shall go and look and see if I can find a mountain hare. Which is my
I have
forever
the
nemesis.
Mount Airs are using diamonds these days.
I'm at 330 right.
Yeah.
You know, put that on it.
I have
But
followed
the
so many
2.4.
Max West tracks.
That's just gonna get
I
flushed.
had one level 2 that was like 5.55.
Okay.
It was really close to
What
being
is
a
diamond?
level 2 diamond. It's like 5.6.
That's what I thought of.
Something like that. And I was like, are you kidding me? Really? You're gonna make me track you for like a kilometre and
Put
then
a
you're
diamond here.
that close?
Hopefully. Great one this
They-
time.
they're-
though.
That's not...
They're just tough. Because I feel like rabbits and stuff warp a lot. For whatever reason.
That's not the problem that I've had with mountain hare at all. I find tracking them to be easy. My problem is, they're just never level rates.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I've
go
had
that.
2 rares,
That's a
not
barrier to
1
entry.
level 3. Yeah. Like, I would have thought I would have got a level 3 before an albino and a multi.
You would think.
But no, my luck normally is with the rares, to be fair, on most species.
That does seem to be true. I think I killed another doe up here. Kyla's AFK, by the way, at the moment, Matthew. She is grinding, but she's either shedding the hoodie because it's 80 degrees in here or potentially taking shadow outside. Mel's gonna get a super rare mountain here. Now that would be cool.
Oh, please.
I'd be huge jealous of that.
Any super rare small game, I think, is just extra special because they're so hard to find and like, you can't really grind for Mountain Hare. I did try.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I tried doing my moose grind on Rev, I was like grinding moose and Mountain Hare, which is how I ended up getting the molting male on my map, because that's where I was shooting Mountain Hare. But because they just move around all the time, you're only going to kill 10, maybe.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
It's really hard to get a good number of them down. And I don't hate that, don't get me wrong. I love challenging diamonds, challenging things to find why I like them.
I know these
And
things
that's
so.
why I like Mountain Hare. I really, really like them as a species because they are so difficult to get trophies of. And so when you get a trophy of them, it feels like extra special. But
You didn't
they
even
are
make this
just
call
my
back or
nemesis at the
something.
minute. Apart from the Emerald Coast diamonds that I don't have, it's the only other diamond from any other existing map in the game that I do not have.
Frankly, their rarity is the only thing that's kept me semi-close to potentially having all the diamonds in the game at the same time as you. Because I was like 12 years behind with Rev, and now, minus Witchin, which, again, I plan to hunt Umper Hunga. I'm at least caught up there.
Yeah,
I'm
I
hoping
think
the
you'll get a
Bobcat
Witchin.
reset helps me, because I don't like that map. That's all it is.
I just got stupid lucky with minor multiplayer. Like, I hunted my map, not even a mythical on my map. Jumped into a multiplayer, 2-person session. It was Bobcat drink time. Went along that top stretch of river. Maybe the 3rd or 4th cat I spotted. Boom, legendary. And I was like, ugh. And then I crashed.
Right,
after
I forgot about
spotted
that,
it,
yeah.
because Kyla was in call with me. I got the fail to synchronize thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're kidding me. This is the first legendary I've seen. And then, finally actually managed to get back in the session and actually got the cat, so that was cool.
Was it a big one? I don't even remember.
It was decent.
Okay. Thank you, Keith.
It wasn't decent.
Is it no mirrors?
He has wished us good luck. He's had it.
Nice, thank you.
Appreciate ya.
Cool, well, I just crashed my entire PC.
Nice.
I know.
Oh, Shadow, now's not the time. Pushing me around, you
Why are you on the computer still?
got a bed. Not that meant. Last night was so bad. I think I said that on this
That
one.
was bad.
Because I was up late, I was making that guide, and then I got the albino quail, so then I made the other video. And I think I got in bed before 1 a.m. Like, it wasn't that bad, but Shadow was sleeping the entire time, and just every, 90 minutes, she was up.
This is a
wanting
random
to try
tripod
and
did
go outside. And I don't know that she ever actually went. She just wants to go and sniff for rabbits.
Another piebald.
Bless her. Another piebald.
It's a
I
level
was
4
the
this
cool
time.
one for a minute. I had.
This is what I talk about, Call the Wild, just mistreating me, and now it's like, here.
You know what? If you want to complain, here.
Well,
That's what the game did to me that time. I was complaining about Great One Moose, and it just gave me a max 4 blackberry.
Lol.
I think I'm gonna start complaining about not having the Great Ones.
I mean, it does seem to work.
I have a crazy dog, so if she barks in the mic, I am sorry.
crazy girl.
Mountaineer,
No, that's
which
how-
map is that on? Hirschfeld.
Definitely.
They're on Rev. They are a very good model for rabbits.
Oh, that's absolutely stunning.
Yeah, I don't really have anything set up for.
Yes.
I'll take on stuff.
Lagomorphs, get in the game. So rabbit or hare species.
You done did me a confused when you said that for a minute.
Well, that's what they're called. And they
I
are the
killed
best one
three.
also, so
I feel three very easy over there. Rabbit.
they're definitely the best ones.
Bodyguard.
This
Yeah,
is
I
a kind of a good luck spot
The Cottontails
for
are
rabbits.
okay,
I was just sitting there.
but then
They have like no
between
board.
every other
They for small
rabbit
game.
model in the game in Mountain Air, there's nothing. Jackrabbits, actually, I forgot about that.
It was happening. A bottom rabbit popped out, and I'm like, get a gun, and didn't move. So
And then you have
I had
European
mountain
hare,
on the
which just
system.
means scrapping and starting.
They're horrid, and really, even the scrub hare and the white-tailed jackrabbits now, they're so much less detailed in comparison that it warrants a complete rework.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting. Oh, wait.
I mean, the thing that gets me about the European hares is they don't even look like European hares.
As far as I know, that they just basically used the white-tailed jackrabbit model and maybe adjusted some proportions.
That's what it looks like to me, because they just do not look like what a European hare looks like. I mean, they literally live where I live, and we see them quite regularly. They do not look like that.
I'll tell you, they've succeeded in what I think they probably did, which is assuming most people don't know what they look like and therefore won't care. Because I had no idea that they didn't look like a European hare.
I remember the first time I saw them, I was so disappointed because European hare are such a beautiful species. They are absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. If you've ever seen a European hare in real life, you'll know what I'm talking about. Their eyes, everything about them, they are just gorgeous. And then I saw those, and I was like, what is this?
Oh. What happened to you?
Yeah, pretty much.
There's that, but there's a...
I was very big
There's something behind
what they did
it.
to them.
Yeah, but it's good though, like we see what's happened with the Emerald Coast, all the reworks. Maybe one day we get something that has Euro hairs on it. Is Quattro the only map? It is, right?
Yep.
Kind of surprising, I think. But more maps with those, maybe they get a rework. They need it. All the rabbits do. There's a lot of stuff that does, to be 100% honest. Oh, there's a big male. Max, or minimum estimate, minimum weight estimate, even level 2.
Tiny. I have to reshoot all the bugs at this lake now because I crashed.
Oh. Did that oof your recording, by the way? I guess it would have.
Yeah, it did. I'll probably, I hope this will be alright, I'll probably, like, clip that segment of audio from your stream and then, like, insert it into mine.
I was going to say, I don't know how you're going to handle that, but if you can figure it out, all the better.
I mean, the recording doesn't seem to be corrupted, it seems to be there, so...
You record an MKV or whatever, right?
Yeah, MKV.
Then you're fine if you crash, yeah. If that happened to me with MP4, the entire thing would be screwed.
Yeah, so I think I can just...
I think I'll be able to hit that little bit, huh?
And be like, so this got marked because game crashed my entire PC.
Call the Wild done did the oof.
That's the first really bad crash I've had in a while. Like, it crashed my whole PC. The whole thing was frozen. I couldn't do anything.
Sorry. DJ Riddle just super chatting. Get yourself a spouse that talks about you the same way Mel talks about European hair. Anyway,
Ain't
I
going
was
down.
going to say, that used to happen all the time. Call the Wild, I don't know, once a day would hard crash your PC. It was really bad for a time.
Yeah, that can be the not good.
Yeah, it's really hard to like make content and kill things when it would constantly just break.
Yeah, that is just really, really unfortunate. I mean, something I noticed earlier with multiplayer, touch wood, I didn't crash. I didn't crash in any of the sessions I was in, and I was in there for a decent bit.
That ain't bad. Did you have any like failed to synchronize or anything, or the whole thing worked?
Absolutely everything worked.
Ah, good.
And I was in those sessions for a good bit, the ones I was in. So, because they were like completely fresh, so I just spent a long time hunting them, basically.
I might just go in and pick a
the
session
DLC earlier.
and see.
Was it just getting kicked, or were you crashing?
Yeah, everyone was kicking me out, and I was sad because I didn't buy the DLC yet. And I was like, well, okay. And then I was just like, whatever. And then I finally get in one. There's like 3 of us. And then the first thing that I see is a flashing 15 minutes left because none of you own the map. I'm like,
No.
And so I was like, screw this, I'll just buy it. It's fine.
I do want to do some more multiplayer, but like my whole brain has been screwed today because I've been like, Tyler,
I
multiplayer.
don't even see the
Hunt
deal.
the new things. Hunt the fallow. You might get a great one. Yeah, but then you're probably not going to get a great one for thousands of kills, so you should probably hunt the new map. Yeah, but then if you don't go and hunt fallow, then you won't get one.
Goodness.
It's the tough part, I think. There's always a period when new great ones come out where it's easy to be motivated for.
I'm not running for the
Like, not
family
even all the
yet.
different combinations have been discovered yet.
I don't
Then
got
you
the
hit a point,
stuff
if you're
ready
not
and
one of
all
the
that
first,
stuff.
say, I don't know, 50 to 100 great ones, it's just kind of like, I've seen everything. Why can't I get lucky? And then eventually it comes back, but that somewhere between, like, when all the combinations have been discovered and when you regain that motivation, that's where I think it's the toughest. So there's some incentive to try to, like, day one, really get
Well-
after it and try to grind and see if you can be lucky like that and get one of the first.
Kinda,
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
just like,
I-
I'm a grind.
Hey.
Really darn hard for these things. I'm just praying it isn't going to be like me.
I actually got a good truck once.
I still
I think I can kill a lot more quick.
yeah.
Rather, yeah. So I think even if it did get to 7,000, I reckon I can do 7,000 a lot quicker than I can do 7,000 moose.
I mean, if you strictly go fallow, because I know you're going to be on Emerald Coast as well, but let's say you did it all in a row, and typically you grind for like 12 hours in a day or something like that, right?
Yeah, 12 to 15.
I feel like a good fallow run an hour is at least 30.
Yeah, 30, 50, depending.
Let's say 30 to be on the really low end. That's still, if you do 15 hours, because that's going to be easier math, and then another 150, so 450 a day,
Yeah,
you could get there pretty quick.
yeah. I do plan to do that, but just for the first couple of days while Emerald Coast is new and there's going to be a lot of multiplayers open and stuff, I will go and hunt a lot of multiplayer and just see if I can get any cool things. Because there's a, I'm excited to hunt the new map and look for the new cool things as well. But then I think I'll settle into fallow unless one pops up really quickly.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm like when it comes to grinding. Casual grinding does not stay casual grinding for very long.
No, it's
Get
like
the buck.
become a job.
Yes.
I'm gonna casually grind moose, start shooting 300 to 400 a day again. Well,
I can't see. Because of this stupid
That's a
range.
commitment to kill that many moose, too, because they are
I
just
kill.
way harder to grind.
that last moose was supposed to be casual, and I did it for a month after my first.
Was it that long?
Moose. It was a month. I didn't even realise that it was pretty much a month.
I would have
I
kept
know I
like
looked.
2 weeks.
Nah, it was a month.
Don't you
I
over there?
looked, and I was like, heck, that was not supposed to be.
I hate this. Why did I have to go in the water?
But it paid off.
It did,
I
that
got
one.
my beautiful boy.
Do you prefer that one?
I prefer the fur,
Yeah.
but the rack is the same level of cool to me.
I already forget what the rack was. It was the big typical, right?
Big typical. Fabled Speckles had the big typical,
Eh.
Fabled Oak had half big typical,
Eh,
half
yeah.
big non-tip.
If you don't want that one, I'll take it.
214.
No, he's mine.
Oh, okay. Just checking.
Do not steal him.
How many kills am I at? I honestly don't have a clue. Like, probably 150, maybe a little bit less. I really should have counted, but I didn't start counting, so we're just here.
Just juiced in the...
I'll
Which
figure
is
it
the
out
most important thing.
eventually. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Like, it's nice to know how many kills, but there's no secret formula or whatever.
Do you know, it is nice from especially I feel like maybe a content creation perspective.
How did he die then?
To say I am this many kills in. However,
Oh no, how it dropped then.
when I was grinding for my second moose, because I didn't count that one,
Okay.
it kind of made it feel like less.
You get to a certain point, then you don't want to know, right?
Yeah, because I know it was like in the area of between 2,000 and 3,000 for the second one, but I don't know exactly. It could be a bit more.
I know I'm running
I
up
just
on
know
this
I made
road,
like a mil cash,
but
so I know I shot a good amount of moose.
Yeah, it had to be.
But like I don't know exactly how many it was. I could be lowballing it, but because I wasn't counting, I don't know how to say it, but it was almost like it's not dragging on as much because I don't know. Like it gets to a point where you're like, oh my days,
there's not a buck
I've
there.
grinded this many moose and it still hasn't happened. Is it ever gonna happen? Where I was just like bumbling along, kill some moose, bumble along, kill some moose. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
No,
it
it
just
doesn't.
didn't feel like it dragged on
Yeah.
as much.
I got you. What gun is this? This is the Fallow Grind Special. 308 AR. I think it's the metallic black. And then dark gray paint.
That's one way to drop one. I didn't even,
That one
I
is
can't see
customization.
because it's like foggy.
Are you both using the 300?
Yep.
Getting it done.
When I'm oofing these shots, which I have done plenty, I wish I had the 300.
That's why I really did. Like, whenever I saw that you were using 308, I was like, oh, that's a good idea. So then I started using it, and I realized when I'm making bad shots, I just get so impatient on finding them and then wasting my time. So I was like, you know what? Back to the 300. They're not going far if I do make a bad shot. And then when it comes down to, like, rares or diamonds or the great ones, it will not be the 300.
But what did you shoot by accident not very long ago? Was it a Mela in the Shadows or something? You shot something that was good. Or maybe even a piebald.
I remember shooting that feral goat with the 300 out of spite because I always get trolled by them. I'm talking like since the map came out, always trolled. And so I was like, whatever. I just got trolled by one of these recently, so then I shot it with a 300 and it would have made diamond.
Always the way.
That's
Always.
Kyla moment right there. She does that in Way the Hunter too. Like, you stupid 3-star, you're not gonna make it. And then it does. It would have. It's like a 99%.
And we're like, Kyle, what?
No, I'm like, sorry.
Me when I shot that 3-star Kodiak bear, and it was like 91%, and I nearly cried.
You've seen Scouts, haven't you?
Yeah, one. I had 2 that were 4-star, and then 1 made it. And then I was like, okay, this hurts less now.
The M1 make a comeback with its grind. Probably not for me at least.
I thought about using the M1, honestly, because again, I find the recoil on that easier to control.
I would
don't
do an
know why.
analysis of them.
But you gotta remember, controller strokes.
Yeah, the way that I'm... Do you do like, this might not make sense. Do you do anything to, like, manage the recoil, or do you let it do its thing and then get back on target?
Oh, that's a good question. I've actually got to think about that. What do I do?
I've never found when I've played on controller that I can really manage the recoil. Like on PC, the moment I pull the trigger, I'm moving my mouse downward to lessen the recoil.
I feel like I do that. I feel like I like try to fight it.
Yeah,
I think.
it's a
I'm
natural
gonna
thing.
have to pay attention. Yeah.
I don't do it consciously at all, but I know I do it. Play the sway.
Interesting. I just refuse with keyboard and mouse. There's no, like, I wouldn't be able to do what I do on a keyboard and
There
mouse.
might not be
like,
a
I
bug
couldn't get the kills and stuff. I'm just useless with keyboard and mouse. I mean, watch me play Classic.
Kyla used to be the same, now she can't go back.
But I like the controller. it's comfort as well, because of how my setup is.
Yeah,
Like-
that's for sure.
Yeah.
I think, like, I'm leaning forward to some degree talking into a mic anyway, so I might as well be on keyboard and mouse. But if
Yeah,
you're not doing live commentary, just, like, chillaxing's definitely the way to play this game.
I mean, I'm sat here right now, just leant backwards with the headset on and a controller in my hand. I don't need to be leant forward or anything. So, it's pretty chill.
I definitely do be leaning forward. Dang it, these white fur types. Albino! Oh,
I do like them, though.
they look
I
great.
want some of them really badly.
I got one of the uncommons, I just need the other one.
I really think full body man if I get one of them.
Oh, what a shot. I'm, like, completely missing. A standing still fallow, nonetheless.
Happens.
If you're
I did it just now.
Oh.
I did it
Well,
just
that's
now
awkward.
with Thanks, Hunter. Bullying.
In a while, I did not get big bucks
It's
here.
It's
motivation.
okay. Pretty much. So it's okay. I can just say I'm on controller, so I have an excuse.
You're right.
I had to guess right here. My dog kind of scared me.
Lots of turkeys.
I haven't seen too many other. Oh, there's a decent 4 that I spooked. Other than that one level 3 I got, there's a few spots where, like, I've got a light brown level 2 that's just there.
Ah, I think I did locked out.
Yeah.
And I was about to shoot.
I literally have barely explored this map. Like, the whole west side of the map, I've got the outposts because you helped get me them. But that's it. I haven't had time. Like, I've been between doing moose and
That's
looking
what-
for
that-
mountain hare. I haven't really been on Tay.
You have a albino diamond seeker just waiting on you.
Oh, I would actually die.
I'll say that'd be so.
That'd be a good one. I just want a
That
gold albino.
Bruh, I remember when I found my first albino seeker. Like, I did a seeker grind. That was, I think, during or before the strokes I had with population stuff. I did a seeker grind. And I ran out of males, so I started shooting females. Because that's what I did with whitetail on my Great One grinds on Rancho when things started getting weird. And I remember it used to help, like, keep things a bit more normal. That's why I used to kill everything. So I thought I'd do the same with Seeker, and I killed a load of female Seeker and an albino respawn. And I couldn't believe it, because that was when they seemed to be more rare than they are now. I don't know if that makes sense,
I do
but
know what
they
you mean,
seem
yeah.
more common. And I was just like, that's insane. And eventually I gave up trying to grind for an albino stag, because I wasn't getting enough males for it to be worth it. And I went into multiplayer. And I'm running around. And then in the forest at one of the lakes where they drink, I just see this glowing white stag. And there was a level 5 whipping. Literally in the same zone. And I could not believe what I was looking at. I took the albino first, and then took the 5. But I realised during all of this, and I can't remember whether I talked about it in the video for it or not, there was a hacker with, like, the flying stuff, you know, that they do,
Yeah.
flying down the main river where the Seeker normally drink. And he was on his way to where I was. And I was like, you're not having this. I was like, I've had a few diamonds, we'll let the 5 go and track that down if worst comes to worst. But you're not taking this out on it. This is mine. I found this. Because he joined after, and I just saw him, like, rocketing down the river. And I was like, panic stations. But then I managed to get both the 5 and the albino because he left after, so. But I was panicking. That was a big, oh my gosh, moment in multiplayer. I've had a few of those where it's like, I'm either getting this or I'm not. And that was one of the times that fortunately it all worked out. and yeah, he's still one of my favourite trophies I've ever got.
I just had, not exactly that, but similar. Oh, the last Brawlhalla video I did before early access. I don't even remember if I got anything. I'm in lying, I think. I was on a server, I was ready to record. There's a level 9 Cape Buffalo there, and I was gonna, just a small horn, so it wasn't special. I think I was gonna shoot that at 400 meters. That's probably why I had in my head to shoot the lion eventually when I found it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm waiting for something. Either maybe Kyla was on the phone, or we had to, like, something was going on where I couldn't record. And all of a sudden, I look up, and all these Cape Buffalo are spooking. And there's I think he was a hacker. Like, shooting all of them except the 9, weirdly enough. I guess he didn't see it. But I was just like, alright, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go to another place.
It's just not worth it. Like, especially unless it's something really, really rare, it's just not worth it. Because they'll just hassle you the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Follow you around.
Yeah, I've had that. People following me around and stuff, and it's just gross. It is gross. I always try to keep my distance from people. Like, sometimes you end up going close to people. And I remember this one specific incident. It was when I got my leucistic male Capcali. Again, one of my absolute favourite trophies. And when I found him, he actually went aggressive. And I was focused on, like, getting some pictures and stuff of him. And he stopped going aggressive and he flew away. And I was tracking it and tracking it and tracking it and tracking it, and it went past a lookout point, and there was a player in the lookout point, and the player spotted it.
Oh.
I saw the orange outline, I was like, I'm not losing this bird. I'm not losing this bird. No. I remember I put in chat, hey man, I'm tracking that. Like, I was just like, please be chill, please be chill, please be chill, please be chill. And thankfully they were like, oh yeah, no worries. I just saw it, and like, basically they saw it fly by and were like, oh, what's that?
Just the dog is fine.
Chill about it. They were completely chill about it, and they were like, yeah, sure, continue tracking it. And I was like, oh my god, thank you.
I should probably take that approach sometimes, because what happens, if I ever have that happen, like, if I'm tracking something that gets close to somebody, I'm always afraid, because I'm not the host, right? I'm always afraid to be like, hey, there's something there. Can you, like, not, cut me off? I've been going this way for, like, 45 minutes now. Because I just think I'm immediately going to get kicked. So I don't say anything, and I just hope for the best. And I've definitely lost some things. The most recent example is that level 5 Pronghorn. The second one, actually. Where that guy literally joined the game as I was killing the first one. And then just sort of happened to go that way.
Yeah.
And I was just going to let him kill it, and then he missed it and fled. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll go
like,
kill it then.
Mr. 5, I gotta go. That's enough for today.
I figured he messed it up, to be honest, because who leaves after they just missed? Maybe he didn't even know, though. I didn't look what level he was. I have no idea.
Yeah, it could have been a brand new player, didn't know what it was. It happens, but, like, I was not giving up on that bird, because the rare Capcali are just so rare.
It would have been like, and I've definitely been in the same situation too. It would have been the biggest heartbreak to, like, have every opportunity to kill it, but not kill it because you want to get, like, pictures or whatever for content.
Yeah. I did feel big stupid, I'll be honest with you. As soon as I saw it taking off, because he did the thing where he only went aggressive for, like, 30 seconds, and then was like, better take off. Just left. I was like, because, that was my dream. That was something I really desperately wanted, was to get an aggressive rare Capcali. Because I love those birds. I love a lot of species in this game, but they're so charismatic. And I love animals that have got personality. Like, they're really something.
I don't think there's a buck in the hole.
When you encounter them, because they have that unique behaviour and stuff. And that's something that Capcali have in real life, is they have that attitude. Especially, like, the rogue males that do go aggressive against things. They'll go aggressive against cars. They do not care. Cars, bikes, whatever. They see it and they go aggressive. And I think that's just, it's funny. You'd like to see a bird just angry with everything in its
Right,
path.
angry with the world.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a pheasant do it in real life. A male pheasant walking around a car park just attacking every car that it came across. It was a sight to witness. And I just love that. And so, you know, wanting to get rares of them, because the rares are awesome. My dream was always, how cool would it be if I saw a rare one and it actually went aggressive, and, you know, for that one to go aggressive, I wasn't going to waste that opportunity. But when it flew off and I had shot it, I was like, I just made a fatal error.
I got a 5 fallow level 3.
Oh, nice.
Look at us go.
What pattern?
The piebald one, I have no idea.
Like, is it the one, like the splotchy one, or is it the one that's got kind of got like more brown, like the one we saw on stream?
I think it's the one from the stream.
Oh, interesting. I haven't seen that one yet. None of my pie fallow.
Couldn't even see it.
All
Sorry.
the ones I've got taxed are apparently that variation.
I could be wrong. Maybe it's more splotchy. I'd have to look, but it seems like the one from the stream. I think I may have almost goofed it too, but I got it.
I'm gonna be looking, so y'all gonna be looking at this book.
Is that your first rare?
On this grind, yes.
Sweet.
1 chocolate diamond, 1 small pie.
Oh. You're doing good, man.
Yeah, not too bad. I don't even know what this is. Run number 5 total, something like that.
I'm listening to Savannah. How about? What's this
Yeah,
about?
I did right through the vertebrae the first time.
Oh. Did you get a second shot though?
I double lunged him. You know how they sometimes stop for a second?
Yes.
Luckily, he stopped broadside and I got another shot through him.
Clutch.
Nice. Ooh, I'm gonna have to start finding places in the grind lodge now for fallow, and I don't, have any, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, damn.
I want to start another grind lodge.
If you do, you should make it I was going to say make it Spring Creek Manor, but there's just not a lot of place in Spring Creek, sadly.
Yeah. But this is gonna be a really pink spot on the map for a while. No, this is well, technically I think it's called, I don't know, Peninsula.
I don't know exactly where that is, yeah. Where they just run back and forth.
That's not even what happened. There were 6 males down here, and I got 4 of them, and then 2 more ran by, and I had killed one earlier.
It's
But they did run.
I don't have normal spots. I do, but
I'll say they don't have many places to go, so even if you kill zones, you know exactly pretty much where they're going to go.
There's nothing bad that can happen on literally basically all of Te'o Row if you kill zones. I'm using tripods, but they're not going to go in a place that you can't easily grind. There isn't a bad place on the entire map for fallow deer.
No, there isn't. I'm also using tripods, but yeah, it's not like it really matters. You don't have to do it.
It's just that you'd probably have to move them here and there, or move tents here and there.
I'm nuking them all. Slaughtering them. Dead.
I'm going to make that a sound alert.
Okay. That's fine. Oh wow, this time.
It's going to be easy to remember, too, because it was 2 hours and 12 minutes into the stream.
It was meant to be.
Wow. Perfect.
12 is always the best.
We're getting some, legit grinding time in, though. It's been 2 hours straight of just basically nonstop.
Even 2 hours.
Yep.
Really? It does not feel like 2 hours at all.
Meanwhile, Moose one runs was that 9 hours? I've been grinding for a while.
Yeah, the
Oh.
difference.
My 15-minute video's not done yet. I guess it's not 9 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can be fairly certain, I think, that fallow deer are going to be easier great ones in general for people to get, but as much as I love a challenge, I am happy for an enjoyable one to grind.
Yeah. Red Fox would have been a cool great one, like, I was all on board with it if it was going to be a red fox, but the grind itself would not have been fun.
I feel like I'd have
It
just
would
never
have
gotten
been
there.
painful.
I don't know that I would have tried very hard.
Any great one that comes out, I will try and like absolutely
I didn't have any shoot.
to get one.
Yeah.
I think I was so
Regardless of
sensitive.
what species it is or anything, because I'm probably going to fall in love with every great one that they make, because I've loved all of them so far. So, but red fox, I can just see they would be so incredibly rare. Like, they'd be rarer than black bear,
Oh, for sure.
and they'd be so much harder to grind. I know I'd go for them on Emerald Coast, though.
Now, yeah,
So-
it's definitely a good fox map. I haven't messed with fox drink zones much, but even without the drink zones, I find quite a few.
I see them all the time, like, just in so many different places. And I mean, you could probably choose like a little area of the map to grind and just ignore the rest if you really wanted to. Like, just do the lakes and ignore the rivers or something.
Yeah.
Because I think the rivers, that's why I was like, because I was really considering doing my fallow on Emerald Coast, but the rivers, they just take so long every time.
Yeah, I just think, if you really want to, if you want the best map, I think it's Tay. There's nothing wrong with doing Emerald Coast, and it's a good map for fallow, but...
I want my phone for me.
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
I still have like 4 days of vacation and then I'm home, but I just wanted to show you something.
Alright. Wow.
Dude, it's so cold. It's so cold. What have you been doing?
Playing, really.
The show?
Not Fortnite. Let's see, Fortnite, the Hunter. That's really all. The show a little.
And?
Then I've been playing Call of Duty a little.
Oh, Call of Duty.
I'm too busy trying to get somewhere else on.
Oh, wait. So after today, it's 3 days until I come home.
Yeah.
So
You'll be home on today's Tuesday.
yeah, basically
Right.
3 days.
You'll be home on a Friday or Saturday.
No, Saturday. But it's gonna be late at night, so we can't play it until Sunday.
If I can play that Sunday. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. To be honest. Where is...
Anyway, I just wanted to call and see how you're doing.
I built an RP map on Fortnite, so...
Yeah. Alright, I'll let you go.
Alright,
Bye.
bye.
Tay's just on another level.
It's efficiency, right?
That's what it comes down to.
Get it back to the start. Sorry. 549 people is watching. I thought it would be better. Oh, but I did not realize it was on. Is there even a thing called box? Because I don't see one. Bruh. All gone right there. That's the last one, so skip this one and go to this one. That look good. Let's just shoot one. And I'm not gonna go over there to pick it up. We'll just stay there until I get on the other side. Come back and pick that up later.
I completely lost all control of English there for a second. He is indeed my background, though. I got some really nice pictures of that face.
Showstopper's my background at the moment, but it was my 200 whitetail. Before that, it was the Grade 1 whitetail multiple.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's just like a little inspiration thing when you log in. It's like, let's see if this can happen again.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that it is possible.
They're out there.
They are.
Oka reminds me of the darker spotted fallow common, but fuzzy. Like fluffy fuzzy. I understand that right?
Yeah, it's somewhere between like the dark spotted and the chocolate, but fuzzier. And
Okay.
a bit more gold to it. It's not like bad looking by any means. It's just I prefer like the silver colours
That makes sense.
personally.
Is Mel streaming as well?
Mel is recording because internets is the Strokes.
You should.
I think it will be uploaded afterwards.
You should find a way to like somehow make internet a part of like, I don't know, somehow it's a requirement for, I don't know, therapy. Like, hey, can the government pay for this? I have to do online therapy, so like this isn't my fault. Just come up with some crazy thing and like now you have blazing fast internet.
That'd be amazing. I mean, the stream we did the other day with Casey, to get that uploaded, I had to leave my laptop on all day. All day. It took an entire day to upload
What was it?
a 3-hour video.
3 hours is pretty lengthy.
It is pretty lengthy, but like we're talking from, I want to say 3 in the morning, yeah, about then till about 7 o'clock in the evening.
That's a long upload.
Yeah,
Does it kneecap the rest of your internet in the house too?
no,
No?
for the rest of the internet was fine.
Oh, interesting.
Sometimes
I'm gonna come back to it,
bizarre,
but
right? And none
if
of
I
us
see
can
it,
explain it, and we have spoken
until it stay
to
there.
our broadband provider and stuff about it,
Yeah,
and
I
they're
won't
just
see it.
like, well, everything's fine, so we don't know what the problem is, basically.
It's your fault.
Like, sometimes I'll upload a video, it can be a 10-minute video, and it takes all of the internet. Like, you can't watch any TV, you can't watch any YouTube, anything involving internet just doesn't work.
Mhm.
And then sometimes I'll upload half an hour-long's worth of videos.
Okay.
Doesn't even affect it. Like, it just doesn't.
I'm definitely
There's
coming
no
back
rhyme
here.
or reason to it. It just
I
does some
too.
days and doesn't others.
And I'm in there too.
That, well, the always affecting it was how it was with my parents. So, like, I would upload when people slept.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
It would, I mean, you couldn't watch YouTube other than maybe 360p, but probably 144p. And if you were trying to, like, even go on, say, Facebook or something, just forget about it. Or, for instance, my brother would try to play a Madden game online. The lag was otherworldly.
Yeah. Felt that. I tend to, like, normally I make a video and then I just upload it, and then as soon as it's processed and everything, I just make it public.
Yep.
So I missed a fallow on that side as well. I keep missing fallow on the other sides of this lake to pick up and then seeing them when I'm like nearly out of render and all the grass is rendered away. But yeah, I tend to be alright with uploading videos, but then sometimes I'll need to upload a 10-minute video and it will take like 10 hours.
Yeah, so like, I don't know what does it other than general traffic through like the entirety, like everybody that has in the area. I don't know enough about how internet works, but I'll get it on occasion here. Like, typically I have almost a gig download in.
What?
More than enough to stream. I can stream 4K at that, actually. Not that I can run the game.
Strange. Internet is weird.
Blonde Feral Goat is not rare, McCheesy. No need to text.
No.
I'm gonna come back there.
You think you're gonna have the same luck with piebald fallows moose? I hope not. I like some variety of these.
All the piebalds.
They were like, it was starting to get to the point that it was like, really? Another piebald? Not even
Come
like,
this
hey,
side
that's
of
rare,
it.
you know?
I mean, the piebald moose, I don't know what they did, but they are far more common now than they ever used to be.
For sure, yeah.
Like, 100%. I don't know if they maybe adjusted the spawn rates when they got their furry work, but I see them everywhere now. Just everywhere.
They can barely be called a rare, other than the fact that I grinded Leighton for all those kills and didn't get a piebald.
They just said Garden Leighton. I'm Garden Leighton.
It's so weird.
After this,
That's just cool.
Brian wants to get the great one.
Called Wild, doing
I'm either gonna go for the
Pretty much.
too many bald
red deal, black bear, or fallow deal. I don't know what the other one there is. I can't remember.
Oh, I meant this one.
There's another one. It's not gonna be black deal. It's probably either gonna be fallow deal or red deal.
How much longer? I think the world's supposed to end in something like 2 to 3 billion years.
Not at this rate.
How much longer? An existential crisis begins.
Ooh, let's respawn.
I've only got 2 to 3 billion years to get my
Let's
Great Wall Moose.
respawn again.
I better start stacking.
Desperation kicks in.
I'll never be desperate enough to stack. I want to kill the diamonds. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Well, Flint said, I want to kill the diamonds.
I don't get it.
If I see a diamond, then I'm shooting it.
I don't get it. Especially, like, stacking great ones, especially, is
Oh,
my
yeah, great ones.
biggest dislike.
I never seen a great one. On top of
Because I feel like it's just,
they're just not gonna do it.
it takes away from the fact that maybe there is a very small chance of two great ones spawning on a map at the same time. Like, right now, if I had two great one fallows spawn in two different locations, that would be insane luck and would be incredibly rare. But you can never tell now if someone just keeps it quiet and has one on their map and then stacks another one and then says, oh look, I had two spawn at the same time. So I feel like it takes away from that, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I'm sure people have their reasons for doing it, but if I am watching someone, great one guy, and they get a great one to spawn, and they don't shoot it, I'm gonna be so disappointed. Like, I don't know.
that's the whole goal of what you're doing, and then you don't accomplish your goal. Because
Like
for me, a Great One grind isn't over until that animal's dead on the ground and you got the medal and everything for it.
Part of it's making the shot, yeah. It's like the most anxiety you can go through in Call of the Wild other than super rares.
Like, legit.
Personally, Great One and I like mess up the shot. I'm screaming. I'm actually screaming.
It doesn't compute in my brain.
I also can't compute that.
I don't know
What
about how
great
that
shooting that was.
won't open.
Oh, I whiffed a shot on this fallow, but it dropped instantly, so I guess I get something.
Maybe it turned and got a brain shot.
No, it was like really, really close. I thought I shot too low, but evidently it got into something good.
That's not hunting, that's a firing squad. I've said it before that to get great ones, you have to shoot things. To get diamonds, you have to hunt for things. And there's nothing wrong with shooting things in this game. It's a lot of fun. But it's definitely a completely different type of play.
Ending?
Yes.
Yeah, it's... Grinding was inevitable because of how the game was designed. It just was. Because if you want to get anything, especially if you want to get things in single player, you have to kill things. And whether you like grinding as a concept or not, by killing anything, you are effectively grinding. Like, just say you're someone who particularly likes moose, and you go, oh, well maybe one day I can get a 5-volt moose to spawn. Like, just for a random example. And then you go and you shoot some moose. You might not be, like, grinding and killing thousands, but if you're killing things, that's effectively in some way grinding. Because you're getting respawns. Just actually, like, full-on proper grinding and, like, using a setup and going about with tents and stuff, it just accelerates how quick you can get a certain number of animals down. But whether you are, like, full-on killing hundreds and hundreds,
I'm gonna go back in this video and see how much kills I have and add it all
the
up
same process.
and keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if they were actually against the general concept, zones wouldn't exist anyway. Because you could never grind for anything if animals weren't in predictable locations at predictable times.
Yeah, well, zones would exist and the spawns would be random every time, like Classic.
Yes.
Like I said, the way the game's made grinding inevitable. Because if you want a specific trophy, the way to get that specific trophy is by killing those animals and hoping that that specific trophy spawns.
Yeah, I think
I haven't got one rail for anything
probably
like
the dream
this.
scenario or
So,
like the vision for the game may not have been grinding so
once
much
I start
as
getting diamonds and stuff, that one's
just
off.
hunting for things and you're killing most things you see and that gets respawns. But it was going to be found out eventually that respawns are tied to their own species. That'd be kind of cool, actually, if they weren't. Because
Just
then,
killing things in general.
yeah, I mean, I guess it would still ultimately be kind of similar.
I mean, yeah, eventually,
I
like,
just-
yeah.
Like right now, I really haven't done anything. It's just luck for me
People
to
would
see
find,
something rare.
like, probably Tay would be a good example because you can kill so many different species.
Because I just started
Yeah.
grinding for it again, so.
That's that whole thing. There's never, like, a perfect way to set it up.
Unfortunately not, and it's just like, you have to find your own way of doing things. Like, if you don't want to grind for things and you just want it to happen naturally, then don't grind for things. But,
I'd probably on multiplayer at that point.
yeah, multiplayer. That's why I like multiplayer, because it does remind me of Classic. It's that I don't have to shoot everything I see. It's, you know, every track I pick up could be that super rare, or it could be, you know, a great one in multiplayer. It could be anything. So, you know, that aspect of it, that's why I play multiplayer. But, well, you know, like, grinding isn't necessarily my favourite activity, even though I do quite a lot of it. It's just, I do prefer to just hunt things and have things just randomly show up, but the chances of getting a great one in multiplayer or getting a great one off of just hunting a few of that species every now and again, those chances are incredibly slim. So it becomes a point of, if that's the things you want, you kind of have to do the things to try and get them.
Us?
What was that?
Got right in the middle of saying that. It freaked me out.
I don't want that again. That actually scared me. For
Very loud.
It's very loud.
it was loud, not like it
I
scared
don't
me.
even
It was
know
just
that
loud.
my headset's at max and it was still very loud. Kyla T-Rex? I don't think it was Kyla.
I don't have enough points. Sadly.
Thoughts on grinding Hirschfelden? See, I don't know enough about where Fallow are on Hirschfelden anymore. Since they did the redistribution, I don't really know any good spots.
I mean, Hirsch is the, how do you say it? Like, hard mode.
Yeah.
If you're grinding for a great one of any of the species on that map, like red deer or whatever, Hirsch is your hard mode option. Because, you know, so much of that map is just brush. And so many of your drink zones and stuff are going to be covered in brush if you're going to be hunting drink zones, which is, you know, the main thing.
It's kind of
like, it's definitely doable. Yeah, it's an anti-take. That's a good way of putting it. Like, it's doable. I mean, we've seen people get Grey 1 red deer on Hirsch, and I think it's an incredible achievement, and it's something that eventually I'd love to do. I just haven't got around to it. But it's definitely maybe not the best idea for your first Great 1 if you just want to try and get one, I'd say. Maybe like a harder project for later down the line if you've got...
This one go.
It's a good way to look at it. I would definitely not choose Hirsch as like a, I have never got one of these, but I want one. Unless you're really just up for a challenge. Because I can say with a pretty high degree of confidence, it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah. There's a lot of water on Hirsch as well. Like,
There is.
I think that's something that people maybe forget about Hirsch, is that there's those big lakes in the river.
It's a lot of surface area.
Can't feel it though.
Hirschfelden, when you're actually hunting it, and I don't know if I'm insane, feels like one of the biggest maps.
I think it does too.
It just does. It feels huge.
Might just be the gaps between animals, I don't know. But it definitely does feel bigger.
Yeah, like, I know all the maps are roughly the same size, I completely get that, but some maps just do feel bigger than others, and that one definitely feels bigger.
Yes, because they make it so small.
Yeah, whether it's the
The
emptiness
new
thing
one,
or...
Australia,
I think a lot of times,
that feels
maybe part of
so
it is, like, it's so thick, because the
big.
best way I can, like, compare this, in, like, the summer and spring and, like, fall months, let me actually start
Let's
this over.
go here.
Our property here is 14 acres, and it's kind of like rectangular. It's kind of long and narrow. When there's a lot of foliage on the trees,
That'll be
it
sabotage. Oh,
feels like a much bigger space, but then in the winter, when all the leaves are gone, it's like, I can see the back, it's right there. It makes it feel so much bigger when you can't see, you know, the entire thing.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Hirsch is a very beautiful map, though, and that's why I'd love to get a great one there. It's the same with New England. Like, New England, it may be, in my opinion, the worst map in the game. I think, yeah. But it is very aesthetically pleasing. Like, I would love... If there was, like, I don't know, a black bear or a moose or a whitetail reset again, and they...
I thought that would was a whitetail on what I'm
New
like.
England and found a great one. I'd be so ecstatic just because I love to take pictures and stuff of great ones in their environment, and I think it's so beautiful. Something about that map is just textures and stuff are just so well done.
There's a buck.
It's absolutely stunning, and that's why I did grind for a moose on there for a bit, was because I thought if one did spawn on there, it would be pretty cool. But but it's
That's
just so impractical.
Yeah, it's a shame it's like the best looking map and the worst one to hunt.
It would have been such a good map. Like, because it was sold, if I am not mistaken, as being the Great One grinding map.
I think we need supposed to shoot those. That was kind of.
It was, and the weird thing was Leighton has all the same great ones and is actually better for grinding them.
Yeah, it is, and that's pretty much what I was gonna say. Because like on Leighton, the species are more, apart from black bear, from what I know, are more like regionally located. So there's like certain parts of the map that they'll be on, and if New England's like that, like say you have black bear in the south and whitetail in the north and moose in the middle or something like that, it would be a much better grinding map. But as far as I know, all three species can be found across the entire map.
Pretty much.
So it's like, just not practical, really.
Leighton is the best. I say either Leighton or Atlanta. It's one of the best maps to
Send me
grind
back to
right there.
Nedbed. Because I found that I couldn't kill as many moose, just because of the time.
Yeah, when you've got to cover the entire thing, it'd be one thing if you got to cover the entire map and it looks like tag. But when you got to cover the entire map and it looks like New England, there's a lot of time spent not killing moose.
And it's like, I'm wasting time, valuable time. Because at the end of the day, these things, you know, they take a lot of time out of doing other things. Like, right now, I'm hunting fallow, but I also want to hunt the new map. If a great one spawns, then great, I'll go and hunt the new map a bit more. So, it's like, the longer a grind goes on, it takes away time from doing other things. And I'm not saying that I feel like every grind should be short and they should make great ones more common.